Good morning, children. I hope you all have read the first four chapters of our English course book. It dealt with women empowerment. We are now entering into the second block of our chapters. The second block is dedicated to different kinds of relationships in our life. The importance of relationships, relationship like the parents, children relationship, that is family relationship, neighborhood relationship, then friendship, etc. etc. This block contains the three chapters. The first chapter is entitled as Mending Wall. It is a poem by Robert Frost. The second chapter is a short story, Amico Brothers by Perry Thomas. The third chapter is a drama, The Hour of Truth. So these all chapters deal with the importance of relationships in our day-to-day life. They deal with very vividly presents the importance of different kinds of relationship. We have to deal with the first chapter. The first chapter is the poem Mending Wall. Mending Wall is a poem written by Robert Frost. This poem deals with the importance of neighbors or neighborhood relationship. We can see two parts for this poem. The first part of the poem deals with the central theme, that is mending wall, and the second part of the poem connects it with the theme with relationship. Okay, so the poet Robert Frost is a very English poet, that is he writes poem very much dealing with our day-to-day life. Robert Frost's poem, you might have heard of Robert Frost's poem like the woods are lovely dark and green, but I have miles to go before I sleep and miles to go before I sleep. That is one of the poet's creation, Robert Frost's creation in his. These lines are from the poet stopping by the woods on a snowy evening. Another famous poem by Robert Frost is The Road Not Taken. That too deals with the importance of the road that we have left. If we have two choices, we will have to leave one among them, but after that we will feel very sad regarding the less traveled road. The poet tells us that you should choose the less traveled road. Don't go behind the choices of many. You have to choose the choice of few. So this poem Mending Wall 2 is a world classic poem. It has got very huge appreciation, and the poem expresses the importance of neighborhood relationship. The poem, what do you mean by mending wall? What is the meaning of mending? Mend. You know what is the meaning of mending? In your school you have got mentors. What is the role of mentor? Who is a mentor? Mending means repairing. When we have got something distracted, we have to repair it. Just like that, in this poem we can see a wall that falls in a very spring season. Okay, so the mending wall, the poet tells us that something there is that doesn't love a wall. You can see the repetition of that particular line twice in this poem. What is the importance of repetition? Yeah, it is repeated to give emphasis to that particular line. So the major theme is something there is that doesn't love a wall. The poet doesn't know who or what makes the wall broken yearly. Till then, he says that there will be no major destruction to the wall. But during the spring season, we can see the wall breaking suddenly. So something there is that doesn't love a wall. What or who he doesn't know. He inquires who is behind the breaking, the cleavage of that particular wall. But he is unable to give particular answer to that particular question. Suddenly he sees in every spring the wall is broken. He uh, suspects many, and he thinks that it may be the work of the hunter who is running behind the rabbit, and that maybe by his hunting dog might be the reason he will be breaking the wall, so that he can the hunter's dog can get its prey easily from the other side of the wall. So the Robert Frost is one among the neighbor. The other neighbor is living in the above the hill. As soon as the wall is broken, Robert Frost informs his neighbor that the wall is broken. Then he will come to him, and both of them walks in parallel to the wall from his side and the neighbor from his side, and they will collect the broken stones and place it properly. And the poet says that when he keeps the shape of the stone is of different size. Some is flat, some is like the size of the bread, and some is like the size of the swollen stones. So he is unable to keep them in position. He prays to God that he prays not to God, but he prays that please keep that stone there until I turn my back. But he is unable. Several times the stone falls down, and he keeps them upright. Then he, after explaining the whole process of breaking of wall, he comes to the question why I need a wall as such. I am apple, or and he is, both of us are cultivating different things. Then what is the relevance of this wall? He is inquiring why we need a wall. The neighbor simply says that good fences make good neighbors. He repeats the answer. He repeats that particular idiom that he got from his forefathers. He is sticking on with what his forefathers had told him. The neighbor is not a bit practical. He is following the age-old idiom. Now in this modern century, the relevance of the wall is very much impracticable, as they are cultivating different fruits. There is no question of mixing the products, and they both have no cattle at all. So that is another reason for not having a wall. Then the poet explains that when he sees the neighbor takes the stone in his head and coming towards him, he thinks that he is coming from the era of darkness in the historic period. The old age man, like an old age man with no development, with no modernization. He is still sticking on in the old age of human race. So the poet here thinks that we have to keep on changing according to the time. Don't ever stick on to the ancient idioms or what our forefathers has told us. Just keep on living with and change your mindset according to the modern period. Time needs change, so do change. That is the proclamation by Robert Frost. But the neighbor still sticking on to that particular age-old idiom. He is not ready to change. So that is the important thing in this poem. Read the poem thrice and try to recollect all these points, and I hope you will understand. And if there is any doubt, please do feel to raise your voice regarding your doubt to me. So thank you.